I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Oh! No, I'm armed. Hey.
Campion shares his bushcraft and camping experiences online, but despite having only a small number of videos, his time outdoors hasn't always been smooth. What happened during this camp, however, was something far more serious. Like any other trip, he found a large clearing, set up his camp, gathered wood, and prepared for the night ahead. At first, everything was calm, just the quiet of nature and the sounds of wildlife around him. But as darkness crept in, things took a sudden and dangerous turn. Without warning, his tent was engulfed in flames. In seconds, the situation escalated. His campfire had spread, catching onto the tent and setting it alight. Reacting instantly, Campion rushed to put the fire out before it could spread further. Shaken, he made the decision to end the camp and head home, because the reality hit hard. If he had been inside that tent when it happened, the outcome could have been far worse. Bear spends most of his time outdoors, often camping in remote locations, but things rarely go smoothly for him. Whether it's other people or the wildlife around him, something always seems to go wrong. And this encounter might be the most terrifying yet.
Now, for this camping adventure, I have brought you guys back to where I have previously been attacked here before. I've also, the last time, there was something killed right over close to where I had the tent set. You guys have seen Dogman and Bigfoot multiple times and screenshot them from this area. All right, look at that though. That is beautiful. It is sort of snowing right now. I'm going to be alone tonight, and it is going to be freezing. This is a very scary place, but I've been wanting to do a winter camp for a while now. It's been a while. So, tonight's the night. Cold winter camping. As you can see, I already got the tent put up.
He set out alone into a snowy woodland, an area where he had previously been attacked. Despite that, his goal was simple: set up camp, unwind, and once again face whatever might be lurking deep within those woods. After past experiences, Bear was convinced something wasn't quite right out there.
Oh, that's nice. Goose. Oh, man, that scared me. Is that an owl already? Too early for the owls, I think. So while the camera was down and recharging, I did hear one big bang coming from that way. And so we're about to head back there. We'll keep our eyes open for tracks. Also, there was a bloody mess. Something was killed right over here the last time I was here. So we also have a predator running around here. Oh, big wolf tracks. Huge wolf tracks down there. I don't know if Dogman, wolf, I just remembered those. Oh yeah. So, we'll keep our eyes open for some wolf tracks. Anything dead and mangled, because that was already back here last time.
As he sat by the fire, sipping his coffee, the distant sounds of geese mixed with gunshots in the distance, breaking the silence. The wind began to pick up, carrying snow through the trees, and with it came a growing sense of unease that was hard to ignore. As darkness settled in, the atmosphere shifted.
What in the world am I seeing? Whoa. That scared me. That was a big piece of meat I had there. Man, that light is really messing with me. It's getting way creepier. It's just about dark. Oh! Oh, did you guys hear that? Wait a minute. Is that eyes too? That was a knock. That was a knock, but there might be eyes out there. Whew, that scared me. That was... Holy smokes. No way. I got you on the truck. Wait a minute. I just seen eyes. And that was for sure a knock. I seen the eyes twice, so I know I seen eyes. Where'd you go?
Strange noises began echoing around his camp. Subtle at first, but persistent, like something was moving just out of sight. With every sound, Bear grew more on edge. Being alone in the middle of the woods was already unsettling, but this felt different. Like he wasn't alone anymore.
I had the camera off for a minute, just listening. It's getting darker. What was that? Was that a growl? What did I just hear? Man, it's crazy. I don't like the way this feels right now. But for sure, that can stay in the truck.
Sensing things could escalate, he began packing his belongings, preparing for a quick exit if needed. But the night only got worse.
Hello?
Oh! It's... Oh! Oh! Dang it! Hold on. Hold on. Something just got thrown right outside the tent. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Oh! No, I'm armed. Hey. Hold on. Damn it. Damn it. I'm armed. Ow, ow. I'm thinking about just making a break for the truck. I'm just taking my bag. I don't even care about this other stuff right now. I know. Something just freaking attacked the camp. Literally right outside the door.
Footsteps suddenly circled his camp. Clear, deliberate, and far too close. Moments later, something attacked his setup, triggering an immediate reaction. Bear shouted out, warning that he was armed. His nerves completely spiked. That was enough. He packed up as fast as he could and rushed to his truck, desperate to get out of there. That night, Bear made one thing clear. He wouldn't be returning to those woods. Too much had happened, and staying any longer felt like risking everything. Jake is known for his outdoor camping videos and has experienced his fair share of unsettling moments, from harsh weather to strange noises. But this experience stood out from the rest. He set out in the early hours, arriving while it was still dark. The area felt eerie from the start, but he pushed on, eventually finding a place to settle for the night. Not long after, things began to feel off.
I've got my sleeping bag. It goes right underneath. And the cool thing about this light, it's got a magnet, and I can basically put it anywhere along this bar. My feet are right up against the trunk. You can also see my makeshift foam pieces to cover the windows, but I didn't finish over here. So I'm hanging these little curtains using this cargo net. So that blocks the light coming in somewhat, and anybody else who might be outside trying to look in. And then I have these normal window covers that I got. I guess I'll see you in the morning. All in all, not too bad of a sleep. It's funny, the way that I woke up is I thought I heard a dog bark, and that was followed by some sleep paralysis. A shadow of part of the sleeping bag that looked like a hand that was reaching at the door. But no, it wasn't. Nobody's here.
He woke suddenly to the sound of a dog barking, something that didn't make sense given how remote the area was. Shortly after, he experienced sleep paralysis, leaving him shaken. And the next day didn't ease that feeling. Despite the tension, he stayed for another night. But this time, things escalated.
People are shooting guns over there. Pretty standard for these parts. I think after we wrap up here that I'm gonna head on down this road where I see these fresh tire tracks.
Faint gunshots echoed through the woods, drawing his attention. Curious, he followed fresh tire tracks leading deeper into what appeared to be a restricted area. What he found was disturbing.
Look a little bit closer. It comes to an end. Looks like a pelvis, right? Deer or elk? When you come out to the real mountains, I don't want to have to park at a gate. So that's it. Back to the vehicle. I don't know how I didn't see this before.
Scattered remains, what looked like animal bones, spread across the ground. Realizing where he was, Jake didn't hesitate. He turned back immediately and ended his camp early, unwilling to take any further risks. Dale has a passion for stealth camping, often placing himself in risky and unusual locations. Each trip pushes the limits a little further, and this one was no different. For this camp, Dale chose a small woodland area just off a busy roadside in the UK, a location that already came with added risk.
Welcome back, people. We're out on another roadside stealth adventure. Number 5, I think, if I'm not mistaken. It's a Sunday. Picked this day purposely because I thought it would be easier to get into location. But it seems to be very busy. So we're going into this little bit of land in here, just up off the motorway. I think the only way we're really going to do this is just say frig it and just go straight in, because yeah, I think so. This traffic isn't going to stop anytime soon, I don't think. Yeah, frig it. Just how I'm going to have to get on in here. Okay, over here's obviously no good because footpath is there. I'll give you a quick look at where we are anyway. So that's the motorway, that's the M2 there. Over in there was another possible, I was thinking. I could do for another camp. I think we're going to stick with here for now. Do a wee bit of adventuring around in here and see what we can come up with.
After arriving, he found a small clearing and set up camp, choosing the safest spot he could find. But even then, every sound felt amplified. The constant noise of passing traffic made it clear this wouldn't be a quiet night. As darkness fell, he settled in, trying to relax. But the atmosphere only grew more tense.
So it's starting to get dark now, and I planned to leave to cook until later on, but I didn't think things through properly because this light is going to give me away. Because if we just turn around, so you can see just there, see that break in the trees, that is like, you know, people walk across that and they're bound to see this light.
I don't know if you can see, but there's two work vans right beside the road there, and pull right up, and there's a banging and clanging going on. What's the chances of stuff right beside my camp? For goodness sake. I want to go forward and let you see, but I'm scared of like cracking branches. And there, over there. Can you hear that banging? Don't know what they're doing. I'll go down and see if I can see from the back of the van. I'll wait until a car comes so I can move.
Before long, unfamiliar noises began echoing around his camp. Unsure whether to stay put or investigate, Dale made the risky decision to check it out. Moving carefully through the darkness, he soon spotted nearby work vans. At first, it wasn't clear who they belonged to. But as he got closer, it became obvious: workers. Still, curiosity got the better of him, and he pushed closer than he should have, nearly exposing himself completely.
Totally, it's a risky spot. My heart was going like dinger there. I was convinced they were coming in. Somebody had told them I was here. But I don't know what they were doing. They said some highway on the back of their vans there, so obviously somebody with motorways in it. That was close.
For several minutes he lingered, every sound and movement sending chills through him. Eventually he returned to his camp and tried to settle his nerves. The rest of the night passed without further incident, but by morning, Dale packed up quickly. Another stealth camp completed. But once again, it proved that placing yourself in the wrong location, even for one night, can come with real risk. In September 2020, a group of campers were enjoying what seemed like a normal trip, until things took a terrifying turn. As they made their way back to camp, they were met with a shocking sight. A massive grizzly bear had entered their campsite. The animal was aggressively attacking their tent, clawing and biting at it, desperately trying to get inside.
А там палатки-то никого здесь нет. Ну, молодые.
А кто туда пойдет?
Хорошо.
Он дерет ее там от это.
Да уж. Разодрал.
Прогрызет сейчас, а?
Голодный. Что делать?
The situation unfolded in seconds, but felt far longer. Eventually, the filming stopped. But the moment remains a chilling reminder of just how dangerous wildlife can be. Because if they had been inside that tent, the outcome could have been unthinkable. Those were some of the most unsettling camping encounters caught on camera. What would you do in these situations? If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more. And remember, sometimes it's not the darkness you should fear. It's what's hiding within it.